I will not pre-trip the back of the bus, and I'll try to go from top to bottom and left to right. It's easier on you, it's more logical, you're less likely to skip parts if you do it that way. So when you look on top over here, we see the clearance lights. The clearance lights are red in color. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts, and they are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seals are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. They are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. There is the school bus lettering over here and the emergency door lettering. It is securely mounted, it is not worn, torn, cut, or frayed, and there is no missing letter. It is not dirty. Those over here on each side are the 8-way lights. They include the stop lights in red. So the stop lights are red in color. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. They are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seals are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. They are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. Then the 8-way lights also include the warning lights. The warning lights are amber in color. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. They are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seals are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. Over here we see the emergency door. The emergency door is securely mounted, it works properly. No missing nuts and bolts, it's not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. The door hinge over here is straight aligned. It is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It's not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. And we see the door handle over here. The door handle works properly. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. There is no missing nuts and bolts. Over here we have the metal strip. The metal strip is securely mounted. It is straight aligned. There's no missing nuts and bolts. And it is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. Notice the way I push the door before I close it, so I do not force the door as I close the door. Over here we see the windows. All the windows, the glass for all the windows is securely mounted. There is no missing nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seals for each window, it's not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. It is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. Over here there is the caution sign, the caution light. It is red in color. It is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seal is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It's not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. On each side over here there are the reverse lights. The reverse lights are clear in color. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts, not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seals are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. On each side there are the brake lights. The brake lights are red in color. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. They are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. On each side there are also the turning signals. They are amber in color. They are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. The rubber seals are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. Over here we see the tail lights on each side. They are red in color. They are securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. They are not cracked, broken, dirty, or missing. The rubber seals are not cracked, worn, torn, cut, or frayed. No missing nuts and bolts. they are securely mounted. Over here we see on each side the reflectors. The reflectors are red in color. They are not worn, torn, cut or frayed. They are securely mounted. And over here in the amber color we see the reflective tape. The reflective tape is securely mounted. It is not worn, torn, cut or frayed. It is not dirty. Over here we see the bus number. The bus number is securely mounted. It's not worn, torn, cut or frayed. No missing numbers. It is not dirty. There is the license tag over here. The license tag is not cracked, bent, dent or damaged. It is securely mounted. No missing nuts and bolts. Over here we see the rear bumper. The rear bumper is securely mounted. It's not cracked, bent, dent or damaged. It is securely mounted. No missing nuts and bolts. And there is the exhaust pipe over here. The exhaust pipe sticks at least 2 inches away from the bumper. There is nothing wedged inside, no obstruction inside, and there is no visible trace of soot. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged, no missing nuts and bolts. Sometimes the exhaust pipe is in the rear, sometimes it's on the driver's side, so you have to take that into consideration. And this is it.